Alrighty guys, welcome back. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good. And we have some Maybachs to look at. Really love this casting. Funny story about this, actually. So, these are the two new ones that came in. There's a hair on it for some reason. These are the two new ones that released. We have this black one right here, and then we also have this gold and dark red metallic one. Very nice. But, we also have received these colors from Mini GT. The gold one, the champagne metallic, and then the silver and blue. They're very nice. I absolutely love this kind of stuff. But funny story, these are actually quite old, considering. First one was released 5/16 and then 6/04. I got these in, we reviewed them, I liked them, but a couple years ago, I did like a big thinning out of Mini GT, and I actually got rid of these. And I don't know why I did it. I really don't. And so I got rid of them, and then like a month later, I was like, why did I do that? And so I got online and bought them back. Not the same exact ones, of course, but yeah, I got them back because I was like, why did I get rid of these? These Maybachs are so nice. So nice. Anyways, but yeah, I do have the other two versions right here. So these are the only 4 colors we've gotten so far. This was kind of in line with what we talked about in the last video with those Subarus. Is Mini GT made a couple, and then they took like a 2-year break, and then they started to make more. That's kind of what happened with these Maybachs. If you consider the last one was 6/04. And then now we get these two at almost 1,000, 962 and 977. So it's kind of interesting how Mini GT is like kind of going back and grabbing some of those older castings and finishing them. But yeah, I won't complain about this. These are freaking awesome. And these are another one of those types of things where the paints on them are just phenomenal. So I really like them. Like I said, I don't know why I originally got rid of them. I really don't know. I have no idea. I was just trying to thin down on some stuff I didn't necessarily need, and I kind of just threw those in the pile, not really thinking about it, I guess, but I am glad that I got them back. But then, like, I remember I think alongside them, I had the Mercedes-Benz EQS, the black one, and maybe the silver one as well. And I did get rid of those. I never got those back because I just don't really care about that car. Not really super into the electric stuff. Some stuff is okay, but anyways, let's go ahead and get into these. I finally got this plastic cut open, so I'll get that car out, get this plastic out of here. Alright, so here's the blister for the black one. Pretty standard. It looks really nice. It's in front of like a real fancy building, which honestly that's probably where you would see these things, but it looks nice. Doesn't look like too cartoony. Doesn't look like it's obviously AI, and I'm not saying they use AI to make their blister art, but some of them do kind of look that way. But anyways, and then here is the 962, the gold and dark red one. We'll get it pulled out. Ooh, that looks nice. That's like a real dark. That's almost like a brown. Anyways, we'll start off with the black one because I do kind of think it is the most boring color out of these. Not to say that it's boring, but yeah. So here it is. Mini GT number 977, Mercedes Maybach S680 in black. Mercedes licensing, Maybach licensing, all that good stuff. This one is left-hand drive. And yeah, like I said, these cars are phenomenal. I don't think this one's got like some oils on it. I'm trying to wipe them off without damaging that hood ornament. But like sometimes on these like glossy models, there is like, I don't know what it is. There's like sometimes some sort of like residue or something on them. So we'll just wipe that off. That looks much better now. Yeah, I can't see too much of it anymore. But this is just a gloss black. There's no metal flake or anything. But it looks really clean with all the silver accents. Like this is like one of those, like this is a big mafia boss car, right? in the black with the silver. It's luxurious, but it's also like kind of mean looking in black. This is like a mafia car. This is super cool. Love this kind of stuff. But the wheels are amazing. They are like a, I don't know what you'd call that. It almost looks like a Alpina wheel, but it's kind of like lacy. So it's kind of just like a lace spoke wheel. It looks really good. You've got the little Mercedes logo in the center right there. Of course, they do roll quite nicely. But yeah, wheels are a strong point for this casting. In my opinion, I think they look absolutely amazing. You've got air going through all the spokes. They're really good. Really, really nice. So yeah, and then this one's pretty subtle with the details, this casting in general. But you do have the V12 logo right there, because this does have a V12. You've got silver accenting going around all the windows, silver door handles, and then a little bit of silver pinstriping going along that side skirt right there. So it looks nice. You've got the Maybach logo right there on that back pillar. Very cool. And then you do have your glass on the roof, so you can kind of see in. One thing that they really needed to do for this casting, which when I saw these went out on pre-order, I was like, man, why didn't they do that? But I think they should have added some color to the interior for this. You've got open glass on the top. It is a little tinted, but you can still see in there very well. And then lots of windows. You can see into this car very easily, but they didn't add any color to it or anything. Like, you've got quilted seats. Those would have looked awesome in like tan or brown or even gray. So yeah, that is one thing about Mini GT I wish they would start doing, is give a little bit more attention to the interiors of your cars. It makes a big difference. It really does. But anyways, going along to the front, headlights look pretty good. Acrylic, you've got some nice LED and bulb details back behind that lens. You can see it a little bit better on this side. Really nice. You've got your hood ornament, of course. Mini GT does these very well. They're not super fragile. Like you don't need to be paranoid about breaking it if you want to handle it at all, but do be mindful. It can break off. These are photo etched metal, so they are a little bit more sturdy than if they were just like real thin plastic, but yeah, looks really awesome. And then you've got that silver pinstripe going back down the hood from behind that hood ornament. It looks really sleek. And you also have your Maybach lettering right in the grille right there. See if I can zoom in. Right here, you've got your Maybach lettering. It does look to be photo etched into that like grill part. It's a little bit hard to read in this lighting because it is really small, but it is there and it looks good. And then yeah, just a big silver grill, and then you've got some venting down here that's done in like a chrome color, and it looks really nice, really, really nice. And then on the back end, here you are. You've got dual exhaust tips on both sides. They're not actually like separate pieces. They are just painted on, which is a little unfortunate, but it would have been cool if those were molded in. But they look good, done in silver. You've got a little bit more silver pinstriping and whatnot along the back of the car. Taillights look really good, acrylic. And then you've got Maybach lettering, the Mercedes logo, and the S680. So that all looks pretty good back there. Not really too much on the back end, but it does look good. I love these cars. And then on the bottom, there's the detail for you. Maybach S650. Very cool. Like I said, probably the most boring color. Not that it's boring, but probably the most boring color out of them, just because it's black. It doesn't have any like cool metal flake or anything, but black's also super clean for a casting like this, so I like it. All right, let's look at this one next. So this is Mini GT number 962. Again, Mercedes Maybach S680. This one's in gold and dark red metallic. And there's all your information on the back. Pretty much the same. This one, however, is in right-hand drive. So, a little bit of a difference. And then the box is kind of brown. Like, that looks brown. Well, no, it kind of looks red now. It's like a reddish brown. Same as the paint on the car. But here it is. So you will have the same exact wheels as all the other ones. Very nice lace-type wheel with the Mercedes logo in the center. You've got your V12 logo right there. And this one should be easier to see more like body lines and details on because it's not black. But yeah, you've got that silver pinstriping kind of going down the side of the car again. And then you have the silver trim around the windows as well. Maybach logo sitting back there as well. Looks really good. Silver door handle details. Rubber mirrors, of course. These ones are gold. They were black on the black one. And then you got this really nice two-tone paint. Metal flake. Both of the colors are metal flake. So the gold is a metal flake gold, and then your dark red metallic is also metal flake, and it looks really nice. That looks so nice. Oh yeah, this is classy. This is super classy. I like this. But yeah, all the other details should be the same. So just your plain, boring black interior with the quilted seats. Again, wish they had color for that. Hood ornament looks good. Instead of having a silver stripe, you have a little bit of a body line, which the black one might have been a body line as well, but I think it was more pronounced because of the actual paint on that stripe. But yeah, nice body line, and it just looks really nice. Again, you've got that gold, or not gold, but that like chrome type grille on the front, as well as these like vents down here. Headlights are acrylic and have nice detail behind them. Overall, it looks pretty good. Got your fuel door back here as well. And then there's the back view again. Not the most exciting rear end of a car. There's like a little fuzz stuck to it right there. I'll have to figure out how to get that off, but it does look very nice. These cars are very sleek. They're very classy. Of course, they're very luxurious, and I think they look awesome. So, yeah, really like this color too. That paint is just phenomenal. All kinds of cool colors in that paint, and then the gold is super nice too. This is actually a different gold than this actual gold one back here. It's a different shade. So this is the champagne metallic. It's more of a darker, like rich colored gold color, and then this one's more of like a light gold. So you can kind of see the difference right there. It almost looks kind of looks beige or like a light tan next to this actual gold one. But then when you kind of look at it by itself with the dark color, then it kind of starts looking more gold. But it looks really, really nice. It's kind of like a sand gold or like a silica. Yeah, super nice. And then the other two-tone one is equally as nice. And when these first released, God, it's been so long since I've looked at them that I kind of forgot, but I'll bring it up. When these came out, there was an issue with the plastic insert inside the boxes, and they were scuffing up the paint on these cars. If it'll focus, you can probably see it right there, all that scuffing on this back deck. And then there's also a little bit of scuffing on this front hood as well, like right in here, and then there's a little bit like over here as well. So yeah, a lot of people were really upset because like that's not a good thing, because like it was a lot of the cars. I don't see that on this one. I don't see any scuff marks on the back or on the front, and same with the black one. Although the black one was in a Miho blister, right? Well, not a Miho blister, but a plastic blister. So the little insert's gonna be different for it. But I don't see anything on this one either. And then the gold one was kind of released a little bit after. This one still had the same problems. It's a little bit harder to see on the gold paint, but there is some scuffing right there. And the front looks pretty clear, but I'm almost wondering if that's why they took a break. In fact, I kind of want to look and see if these inserts look different at all. So let's compare these two. Take it out of the protector. Just kind of curious, because it was kind of just like an afterthought just now, but I was wondering about that. Oh yeah, these look different. They look different to me. The one on the left, which is the new one, looks taller. And then this one looks a lot shorter. If you look at it from the front view, this one's much taller on the roof section, and I think it's more rounded off on this back section where the actual car goes. In fact, let's set them in there and maybe see. Wait, I think I just put it in the wrong one. Yeah, so this is the new one. This is the old one. Yes, these inserts are different. You can tell by the way they kind of wrap around the car. So this is the new one. It fits very, like, not like super loose, but it fits just very nice around the car. Like, it doesn't feel like it's putting any pressure on anything when it's closed like that. And then, yeah, as you can see, there's not really any scuffing or anything happening because it's a little bit bigger and has a little bit more clearance for the panels. But then this one, the old one, when it closes, it kind of puts pressure on, like, I don't know if you can see that, but this part right here puts pressure on that back deck before it's actually closed. So like right here, it's touching the front and the back. It's not even remotely closed or square. You kind of, like when you're putting it back in the box, you've kind of got to, it kind of like pushes itself in so that it'll fit in the box, and that's what created that scuffing on this one. So I am really happy to see that they fixed the trays for that. It wasn't something that I thought of until we were just looking at it, and I noticed the scuffs on this one. But yeah, that is good to see, and that also could be why they took so long to release this, any more colors of it too. Maybe they heard the complaints and they wanted to fix it before they just started putting more out. And that's the kind of stuff I like to see from Mini GT. So if that is what happened, I hope they continue doing stuff like that. But yeah, really nice cars. I like them all. They look good all together too. Hoping for some more colors. Maybe like a green version, like a dark green would be kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look at some photos and see what actual specs there are of these. But I really like them. You guys will have to let me know what you think down in the comments. We'll chat down there. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.